and like sometimes death, but more like doom style
Sludge.
metal, seems like.
Doom sludge.
Yeah, never quite sticks in sludge. It can sort of move into that, but it doesn't stay there.
Is it trad doom? Is it death doom? Is it drone doom? Gotta parse this shit out.
It's doom.
Because that.
But no, I was gonna
traditional
say
doom.
about the genre thing. I like it when Southern rock. I don't hear it often, but when Southern rock and doom are effectively mixed, it's like one of my favorites.
Yeah, usually that turns into like stoner metal, but sometimes it can be kind of doom.
Yeah, and that's the thing is with stoner metal, I'm like, yeah, this is pretty good, but I would prefer just Southern doom rock.
Do you like acid bath?
Nah, I don't listen to that.
I would never. They kind of have that sludgy grunge doom, but not like grunge.
I know a good one. How about bluegrass? You guys like that one? I don't, generally speaking. I can't
Like
stand
flats and scruggs or whatever.
it. The flats and
Bluegrass,
scrubs
that's-
are pretty good, but you know, I mean, just
Yeah.
like the general genre.
It kind of gets
of
old pretty
rock.
fast, but
That's kind of what I'm talking about right there with Windhand.
oh yeah, I like Windhand. I'll have to see which one it is. Oh yeah, I haven't heard this one though.
Steven, have you ever listened to Lustmord's remixes of Tool songs?
No. Normally I see something right to
That sounds fun.
I avoid it.
Okay, well, you might like this, so I'm gonna link it.
I normally hear about some form of metal that is not black metal, and I move my eyes to another location.
Speaking of Tool, do you like King Crimson?
Never heard of him.
It's kind of like older prog, but sort of has that jazz influence.
Prague? I thought they were from Belgium.
Progressive rock, like the British used to make.
Like the British used to make back in the day when bayonets were used to skewer rabbits over the open fire.
It was glorious.
Fuck the British, we got a badass over here. Oh shit, they all suck. Hold on.
All those British.
All those British. Audra, just so you know, you may have a contender for Alpha ENTP with weights over here. I mean, look at that avatar. Apparently he will shit right in your goddamn mouth.
I was just admiring that.
Thank you. Be here for the next few minutes.
Hi, Carolyn. Ken, your avatar is pentagram. Get a little. Are you going through that phase?
It's not a pentagram, it's a
I was
net.
gonna say it doesn't have
I've-
5 points through there. That was
No, it doesn't.
If I only had 2 more points, it could be an Enneagram. But no.
Hey, piece of cheese. I see that Steve is someone else who knows the joys of calling people by an
Avatar.
by an attribute. Like, I like to call employees that wherever I'm at, hey, Pizza Hut guy. If I'm eating at Pizza Hut. Hey, Pizza Hut guy. Because
Hey, pizza slave.
people want to get offended by it at first. Or if you describe a physical attribute like, hey, blue shirt. People's knee-jerk reaction is to be uncomfortable and want to be offended by it, but they can't.
It's far easier than remembering their names.
And it's got that fun bit of douchebaggery.
Yeah.
Hey, you lazy eye motherfucker.
No, they can get offended at that.
Oh, I don't know how.
People are so sensible these days.
I feel like renaming Waits Coaches and just referring to him as Coaches. No. Just because Coaches is fun to say, and I don't know where the hell it comes from. I don't know. I don't want to know where the.
I think that avatar
Not
is
goatsy.
picture of- if a falcon shit in your mouth, you'd fall over.
Wouldn't it just like rip a hole through your head moving at that speed?
I mean,
One
they're a
would hope.
decent-sized bird, and they fly fast as hell. So you can assume that it's in your mouth because you're walking forward and your head is level to the ground, and
So it
that
just flies right at your face, claws out your eyes,
because
in your mouth.
it's because the shit is traveling with such velocity that it'll take you off your feet, put you right on your ass like you got hit by Mike Tyson.
Velocity of the unladen swallow. Literally
The
swallowing.
Can
You're
you
good at
see? Waits uses his innie for good.
Weight is unchained.
Forever unchained. Well, thank you. That's a good way to be.
Waits strangled his Samuel L. Jackson long ago.
Weights makes Eric look restrained.
Which is funny because I think I'm more suitable
Okay,
for
maybe not.
living than Eric.
Restrained was-
Wait, no. There's a disturbing nature to Waits, which is that he is more restrained. Yet you get the sense that he could pop off in a much bigger way.
Right. You can feel the restraint, and it's not a disagreement with his own nature. It's not any sort of a it's purely FE.
Sam, fake.
It's purely FE and it's not TI. Is
I like the
my
analysis. I'll go with most of that.
you like the analysis of why you shouldn't call someone lazy eye?
Yeah.
Me neither. Yes. I'm so happy for you, Steve. I want to hear it. Steve, over the mic. Steve.
What?
Steve. Steve. Steve.
Steve.
Steve.
Steve.
Steve.
Steve.
Steve.
Steve. Steve.
Call her
Steve.
Call her babe.
Call me babe. Dirty boy.
Hey,
Do it.
how are you, babe?
Gonna call you maybe?
Listen, Steve, I just met you, and this is crazy. And here's my number.
It's crazy. Here's my number. Oh, hi, Steve. Oh, hi,
But
babe.
hi, Steve. Here's my number. So, anyways, how's your sex life?
Steve, the first thing, Steve, nothing would make me happier than having you get on camera from Elsie's, with Elsie out of the room, and having the bed be messed up.
What?
Because Elsie's room is always so clean and buttoned up.
Yeah.
If you got on the camera,
I want to create a mess.
If you logged on to GTM from Elsie's room and the bed in the background was messed up, I would be so happy.
I feel like the camera would turn on, the bed would be completely straight, and we just notice the bloody corpse of Steve in the corner. Elsie's like, "Sorry, I haven't got it."
You would need to.
You
You
just see
just
a
notice that
shadow.
one of the symmetrical stack of weights, one weight is missing.
Yeah. She lived.
So blunt force trauma, always a good choice.
I mean, the other side of that coin would be if Elsie's asleep in bed in the background and Steve is just sitting there on camera with the lights down and the mic off, smoking a cigarette, looking at the rest of us like, "That's right, fuckers."
Perched on top of her.
Don't talk that way about
Steve in its natural habitat.
Either way, I'm happy. Either outcome is fine. It's
No,
better
man,
than
don't
what-
talk about her that way.
You're-
Only I can be creepy.
Your chivalry is not even convincing at all.
Oh, that's a shame.
I know. You're gonna have to work on that shit-eating grin. I myself also have a shit-eating grin sometimes.
No, actually, mine is pretty good, but since I started joking, I can't break off the joke. I just have to keep. Because actually, I'm being honest sometimes. I'm just exaggerating that.
Oh, I know, because you might be an ENTP. When you say something, and you say it because it's absurd, however, it's not a lie.
Yeah, it's not a lie. It's just more fun to say it that way.
Have we entertained the possibility of you being an ENTP?
Yeah, Eric said that for a while. A while, no, since 15 seconds.
That's a long time for Eric to stay on one thing unless he's arguing.
But I'm not an ENTP because, Eric is a very argumentative person, and I generally like discussing things, but I'd rather be discussing ideas instead of arguing something, instead of someone's wrong, someone's right. I want to get ideas from people. That's what I seek. That's why I talk to other people.
And I don't think that Eric is a good prototype for the stereotypical ENTP, even though he thinks he is.
Yeah, that's possible.
He thinks a lot of things.
I don't know that there is a good one.
I would certainly like to. I'd like
It's only
to
the
compile a
best.
list. I would like to compile a list of my favorites, and I'd say top 3 are currently present in this room. Taylor, Audra, and Waits. I think are
Yeah.
the pinnacle of
Made
the
it.
ENTP world.
Party.
It seems like there's not a good prototype for an ENTP, but there is 2 different types for sure.
There certainly are exemplars, and those who do not constitute as exemplars.
There are the 7s and the 8s.
But why does Eric does not constitute a good example of an ENTP?
Well,
fuck
he
those 3s.
clearly doesn't represent the 8.
What?
I want to represent
You're forgetting,
the 7s.
Taylor. There's the 7s, there's the 8s, and then there's the 9s who aren't even invited to the party. Just like, oh, okay, you're.
I mean, I
No
recognize
parties at 9s either.
the Enneagram letters, but I don't care. Audra, will you explain what I'm explaining?
I didn't hear what you said. You were like mumbly, 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 and then you got it close to the mic at the very end.
Good explanation.
Explain it.
What are we explaining? The difference between 8s and 7s?
That my theory is that there are 2 types of ENTPs, generally, and so there's not a single good prototype for an ENTP because really there's a pretty solid split between 7s and 8s.
Yeah. Well, I think there seems to be I don't know. one of my like ongoing theories is
Guy
that
with the blue